What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the B23 Financial Academy. We hope all of our videos have found you well thus far. This will be our very first video in a long line of analytical videos, which will focus mostly on currency pairs. We may do videos on cryptocurrencies and indices, but the primary focus will be on currency pairs. And in this particular video, we will focus on gold on the weekly, daily, and 4-hour time frame. We will try our best to keep things simple so everybody can understand them. It is also key to note that whatever is done in this video should not be taken as a signal in any form. If you feel as if it goes hand in hand with your forecast for gold, you can trade it based on what we've done and what you have analyzed, but it should not be taken as a signal in any form. So without any further waste of time, let's get started with the forecast for gold. It may be a monthly forecast or it may be a year to 2 or 3 years. We'll just have to see how we view gold. So let's get started. First things first, what we can see or what I can see here, we have an area right here where prices touched at least 3 times, which is classified as support. Right here we have 1, 2, 3 touches on weekly. So we can classify this as support. Price was in a free fall, drop, 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 touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, then price reversed in the opposite direction. Side note, I think this price level here was the highest price gold has ever made. I think this was during COVID, if I'm not mistaken. This entire rally up was due to COVID, and then since then price has been dropping until this point. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not they go back to retest the highest price gold has ever made. But what we are working with right now, we have supports on weekly, and let's see. We also have this area right here, which can be classified as resistance. Right here, there are 2 touches on weekly, but if we drop down to daily, you'll see that there are multiple touches. It's an area where price is touched multiple times, and since then appears to be dropping. That's what we currently see. Now, it's entirely possible price might just break through this price level or price might go down. We have to wait and see. But this is what we are currently dealing with. So this would be classified as resistance. Price so far has failed to break through this area. So let me just zoom out further. So based on what we've done, this price area is for weekly. This one is for weekly as well. Now let's draw price lines on daily. There's a difference between these boxes and what I'm going to do now. Let's see. Okay. Just give me a second or two. Okay. Right. So the reason I drew these lines is because I was looking for areas in the market where price has touched more than once, more than twice significantly. We have touch 1, touch 2 here. I think we can all see that. We have another touch here as support. Then price broke that same area or line price level, but then they retested as resistance. And again here, and then it was retested as supports again. We have, hold on, let me just move this up. We have a similar situation here. There's two touches, price breaks through that line. There's resistance here, resistance as well. Then they came to retest this as supports now. I think there's no reason for me to draw these arrows. I think we kind of get the concept now. So I'll just delete them. That was the function or the purpose of the horizontal line that I just drew now. So now let's zoom in. So this significant horizontal line or significant price level was retested by gold, I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they spiked it. And currently prices here, I'm not going to make any predictions as of yet, but they spiked this price level. So we have to see what happens over the coming days. This was, this was horizontal lines and price levels using rectangles. So now we're going to add in trend lines to further enhance our arguments for gold. So I'll start with my trend line from all the way here, and then just do that. No change. That. Right. All right, what is a trend line? A trend line is a horizontal line that is diagonal. It's basically the same thing, just diagonal. I can't explain it any simpler than that. So the same way we had arrows touching these significant horizontal lines, we have a touch here, then price broke through it, but came back to retest it again here, and then we have another retest here. They slightly broke through it, but then they came back to retest it again here, which was the weekly support, if you remember. Then we have our first touch here. We have another touch there, breakout. We have another touch here, breakout. We have another touch here, breakout, and then for me, this is the key. The key, wait, it's not that visible, excuse me. For me, the key is right here. We have this daily trend line being retested as supports, coinciding with the horizontal line, a significant horizontal or significant price level touch. So this area right here, to me, signals that we have changed the trend long-term for gold. To further substantiate that, we have this long rally up. Price is currently here at resistance. They spiked the significant area as well. It's possible that something like this may happen. Let me just fix this. Okay, this would be classified as a rally. This would be classified as a pullback. We might have pullback all the way back here. It's entirely possible. But based on the horizontal lines and the trend line, gold appears to be going up long term. That's just my opinion. obviously, we don't just rely on gold as a currency pair alone. There's also something called the dollar index, which basically dictates the strength of the dollar against the 5 major currency pairs, which we will do after this video. So if the dollar index indicates that it's going up, then by default, gold has to be going down long term. I have done analysis on the dollar index. From my view, the dollar index is going down. Hence why, based on this as well, we believe gold will be going up long term. We could be wrong. It's entirely possible. We just have to wait and see. But this is on daily. We can switch down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, this is what we are dealing with. We had a head and shoulder pattern. Price dropped from there, and now price is around this price level. So we have to wait and see what happens over the coming days. We have another trend line going up. We have a touch 1, touch 2. We have a break. Let's wait and see what happens around this price level. Around here. Gold might be dropping, or it might drop for a couple of days before further going up. But for now, let's watch what happens around this area, because, okay, we have touch 1 here, touch 2 here, and then will we have some sort of retest? Will we have something like this? And then gold goes down further? Or will price just rally up and ignore everything, all these levels? It's entirely possible, but we just have to wait and see how the coming days unfold in regards to gold. But the key thing for me here is this long-term trend line. Price has been moving within this channel, and then it finally broke it around this area. Since then, it's been rallying up. There aren't really a lot of red candlesticks signifying significant pullbacks as much. We had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, 1 here, there's 1 here. So we have to wait and see what happens. But our long-term view on gold is that it will be bullish. The next video will be the dollar index. That will either substantiate or deny this analysis that we've done here. But from the time that I analyzed the dollar index, it appeared as if long-term it'll be going down. But we'll just wait and see how that unfolds over the coming days and weeks. In fact, let me zoom in on this. Okay, this is H4, H1. I don't know why, but I just feel as if this area right here will be key. We have to wait and see how gold will approach this price level. I can even extend it like that. If I do that, you can see it's been a pretty significant zone or area in the past. Maybe we can add in a trend line going down. Maybe we can do that. Let's zoom in. We have a touch here. Hold on, let me just. We have a touch there. We have another touch here. Then we have a breakout, then price dropped again. So there's quite a number of possible outcomes with gold, but let's wait and see what happens. Our long-term view on gold, or our bias, is that it's going up. Even though there may be minor pullbacks to the downside, they are just giving us entry opportunities to buy long-term. So that was the video forecast for gold. We tried to simplify it. I hope we did. We made it as simple as possible. We did not overcomplicate things because there's quite a lot we could have done, but we tried our best just to make sure anyone who's just starting out, or any trader, regardless of their know-how or knowledge, can understand the video. Your opinions may differ, which is great. Feel free to send your analysis or your charts on the Telegram group, and let's have a discussion on what you think may happen long term on gold. So please leave a like on the video if you found anything of value. Subscribe if you're new. It's been Mr. B23 signing out.